Hi everyone. Don't forget to check the description box so that you can get the solutions of this exam. This is EST Math August 2021 calculator section part 1. Number 1, in 2017 country Y had 500 miles of paved roads. Starting in 2018, the country has been building 6 miles of new paved roads each year. At this rate, if m is the number of years after 2017, which of the following functions gives the number of miles of paved roads that will be in country Y, assuming that no paved road go out of service? Means they started with 500 miles. 500 miles, and then each year they add 6 miles. So the answer will be number C, because here we start with 506 miles each year. Number 2, the circular diagram above shows the result of a survey made on number of books read by 200 people in a certain school. What is the number of pupils who read less than 3 boxes? Less than 3 boxes means 1 or 2. That means it's either this or this. Here you have 20% and this is 18%. The 20% plus 18% is equal to 38%. This 38% representing how many of the 200? 38 over 100, this is 38% times 200 equals 76. Number 3. A machine finishes the paving of 600 miles of road in 1 hour. 600 miles in 1 hour at the same steady rate. How much time would it take the 2 machines to finish paving 300 miles? 2 identical machines. This machine finished 300 miles in 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes. Means it finishes 10 miles per minute. Okay? If they 2 identical machines, they will finish 20 miles per minute. Since you have 300 miles to pave, so it will be 300 divided by 20. That gives me 15 minutes. Number 4, I have a line with a point 3 and 2 in the xy plane above. The equation of the line 2mx minus 2y plus 12 equals 0, where m is a constant. What's the slope of this line? If you want to get the slope of this line, you have to rearrange this equation. Means you take the 12 and 2mx to the other side will be negative 2y equals negative 2mx minus 12. And then divide by negative 2. So it will be y equals 1mx plus 6. Okay? And since you already have a point 3 and 2, so you can replace y by 2 and the x by 3 so that you can get the m. So this will be 3m and this will be 2 and this will be 6, and then take this 6 to the other side, so the 3m equals 2 minus 6, which is negative 4, so the m equals negative 4 over 3. Okay. Number 5. Jack has K dollars. He spends 3 over 4 of his money on t-shirts. Means from the beginning he has K dollars. He spends what? 3 over 4 of the K in t-shirts. Plus, and 1/3 of what was left. What was left from the 3/4? Just 1/4. And the 1/3 of the 1/4, it will be like this. 1/3 of what was left on sandwich. This is sandwich. If this left him with T dollars, means plus T. Which of the following is the value of K in terms of T? We need to get the value of K. So the K equals 3 over 4K. Let me simplify this. Plus 1 over 12K plus T. If you add these two K's, means you multiply this by 3 and 3 to get common denominator. Multiply this by 3 and this is by 3 to get common denominator. Now this will be 9 over 12K plus 1 over 12K plus T, and this is K, so this will be 10 over 12K plus T, and this is K. Good. If you take this K to the other side, this K will be 12 over 12K, this one, minus 10 over 12K equals T. 12 minus 10 equals 2, 2 over 12K equals T. Okay, so finally the K equals, if you take this and flip it and take it to the other side, it will be 12 over 2T, means 6K equals 16. Number 6, the supply function of a product is given by fx equals so and so, and the demand function of the same product is given by gx equals so and so, where x represents the price in dollars of the product in both functions. What is the market equilibrium? Market equilibrium. This market equilibrium, it happens when the supply equals the demand of this product, given that this point of intersection of the two curves of the two functions. Means I want to get the point of intersection of these two curves. Means you have to equalize these two curves. So it will be 1 over 1 plus x over 2 is equal to 2 over x plus 1. This is the first step. And then try to get the x. If you take this one to the other side, it will be 1 plus x over 2 minus 1 equals 2 over x. And then try to get common denominator. This will be 2 over 2. This one will be 2 over 2. So it will be 1 plus x minus 2 over 2 equals 2 over x. The 1 minus 2 equals negative 1. So it will be x minus 1 over 2 equals 2 over x. And then you cross multiply. So it will be x times x minus 1 equals 4. So it will be x squared minus x minus 4 equals 0. This quadratic function, you can solve it. Okay, by the calculator, mod 5 3, and then you will get x equals 2.56, and the other value of the x will be negative, so you only have this one. Number 7. Tina got on her exams the following grades: physics 75 over 100 with coefficient 2, means multiplied by 2. English 60 over 100 with coefficient 4. Chemistry 8 over 100 with coefficient 1. Knowing that the coefficient of math is 5, what should her minimum grade in math be to have at least an average of 80 over 100? Okay, let's see. She got 75 with coefficient 2, means times 2, plus 60 with coefficient 4, plus 80 with coefficient 1, plus in the exam we don't know, so let's x with coefficient 5x. This is over the average, means all these marks, this is the total of the marks, total over how many? How many they are? Here 2, 4, 1 and 5. So the 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 5, this will be the average, which is 80, means 8 over 1. If you solve this equation, you will get x. You can solve it by calculator, or put it in the calculator and shift solve. You will get x equals 98. So she should get 98 in math exam to get an average 80. Number 8. I have a quadratic graph, as you see, and this is the equation of the quadratic graph, what includes t. Is a problem. Show in the xy plane above t is a constant if the graph passes through the point 1 and 10. Which of the following is the maximum value of v? What's the maximum value? You can get the maximum value by getting the vertex, which is negative v over 2a. But first I have to get the value of the t. If you want to get the value of the t, replace the x and y by 1 and 10. So that this will be 10 equals t times 1 squared minus 5 times t times 1 minus 60. Okay, so it will be 10 equals t minus 5t minus 60. Or you can solve this in the calculator, so the t equals negative 1. Okay, shift solve in the calculator, you can get the t. Then the equation will be y equals, instead of t, it will be negative 1 x squared minus 5t, means 5 times negative 1 equals positive 5. Positive 5 x. And then negative x times t equals positive negative 6 times t, which is negative 1, it will be positive 6. Now this is the equation after replacing t. Okay, if you don't know it, let me do it again. Replace the t by the negative 1, so it will be y equals t, which is negative 1 times x squared minus 5 times negative 1 times x minus 6 times negative 1. So it will be x squared negative x squared positive 5x and this positive 6. This is the equation now. Can you get the vertex from this equation? The vertex of this equation, it will be negative b over 2a. Negative 5 over 2 times negative 1, which is 2.5. This is the first component of the vertex, 2.5. And what? I want to get the y, because he wants the y, the value of y. So find f2.5. f2.5 from here it will be negative 2.5 squared plus 5 times 2.5 plus 6. And this will give me negative 12.25. So negative 12.25. This is the y component of the vertex, the value of y, the maximum value. That means that this is the maximum. Next problem. Again, don't forget to check the description file to get the solution of this exam. Number 9. A study showed that the number of users of a mobile application has been growing exponentially, with the number of new members doubling every 3 months. Look at this, doubling every 3 months. We know that the initial number of users when the study started is 100,000. This is the initial amount. The equation of the growth is given by, this is the equation of the growth. Y equals 100e alpha t, measured in thousands of users. Okay. Okay, how many users will the application have in 2 years? 2 years means how many months? 24 months. Okay, to solve this equation, since the number is doubling, so this 100, which is initial amount, will be doubling, so it will be 200. But that is after how many months? After 3 months. You can replace the t by 3. So it will be alpha 3 months. This is the doubling after 3 months. From this equation you can get the alpha, which is the constant. How? Look, this 200 and 100 can be 2 and 1, because if you divide by 100. Now you can take the len of both sides. So len 2 equals len 3 alpha. Len e 3 alpha. And you know from the property of the len, it will be 3 alpha len e. And this is len 2. And len e equals 1. Len e equals 1. So it will be 3 alpha, and this is len 2. So the alpha equals len 2 over 3. The len 2 over 3 equals very big number, 0.2310449 and so on. And then the equation will be again as if y equals 100 e. Instead of the alpha, you can write this number times t. Since you want to get after how many users use this application after 2 years, means you replace this t by 24 months. So it will be 100 e times this number times 24, and that will give me 25,600 and another 3 zeros, which is number B. So this is the type of the exponential function where you use the len when you say doubling. When you see the word doubling, so you have to do this operation twice. Once to get the alpha, and then to get the real number. Number 10. Based on the figure above, what is the area of the triangle MNG, the small one? What's the area of this triangle? If the area of the triangle MNG is double the area of the triangle NGB, this one. This area is double this, means this two and this one. Since they have the same base, so the height here should be double this height. Okay? That means that if this is 2, this will be 1. That means that the height of the triangle MNJ equals 2/3, because the sum is 3. 2/3 the height of the big triangle what is this? I don't know. The big one, which is MNP. Okay? That means also that the area of this triangle equals 2/3 the area of the big triangle, because they have the same base. So the area of triangle MNG equals 2/3 the area of the triangle A, the big one. So what's the area of the triangle, the big one? It's half times base times height. If you do this calculation, you will get 4. So the area of the triangle is 4. Number 11. Which of the following is an equivalent form of the function above? Okay, so let's see. First, you have to remove the brackets, multiply. So it will be x squared plus x minus 6 minus 4x squared, because I have to remove this bracket. So I square this, it will be negative 4x squared, and then multiply this by this and then by 2 and multiply it by the negative sign. So it will be 16x, and then square the last number and multiply it by the negative, it will be negative 16. Simplify, it will be negative 3x squared, because this is x squared, negative 4x. It will be negative 3x squared plus 17x minus 22. Okay, and then we can factorize it by scissors. It will be negative 3x and x, and this will be 11 and 2. Since this is negative, so the bigger will take the negative sign. So it will be like this, 3 minus 2, it will be x minus 2, and then 11 minus 3x. This is 11 minus 3x and x minus 2. So this will be x minus 2 and 11 minus x, number C. Number 12, I have 2 circles, as you see. In the figure above, the circles are tangent to each other. The radius of the circle 1 is r, this radius is r, and the radius of the circle 2 is 2r, this radius is 2r. If the sum of their areas is 100 pi, what's the length of AB? Okay, the area of the first circle, which is A1, equals pi r squared. The area of the second circle, it will be by times 2r all squared, because the radius is 2r, means 4 by r squared. The sum of the two areas, it will be by r squared plus 4 by r squared, and that all will be 100 by, because he said that the sum of the areas is 100 by r squared plus 4 by r squared equals 5 by r squared equals 100 by. You can cross divide and divide, so it will be 5 r squared equals 100, so the r squared equals 20, so the r equals root 20. Root 20 equals 2 root 5. If 3x equals 24y, what's the value of 3y over x? 3x equals 24y. So the y over the x equals 3 over 24. The 3 over 24, if you simplify, it will be 1 over 8. So the y over x equals 1 over 8. I want to get 3 over y over x times 3 squared. So multiply this by 3. And multiply this also by 3. And then square it. So the answer will be 9 over 64. Next problem. Number 14. Tom has horses, dogs, and birds in his farm. The number of birds he has is 4 times the number of dogs. The number of birds equals 4 times the number of dogs. Good. The number of birds he has is 4 times the number of dogs, and he has 3 more dogs than horses. So the dogs is 3 more than the horses. Okay, which of the following could be the total number of these animals? So he has birds plus dogs plus horses. Okay, the birds are 4 dogs, 4 times the dogs, and keep the dogs as it is, D. And the horses, keep the horses. Okay, the 4 dogs and 1 dog equals 5 dogs, 5 dogs plus horses. You can replace the dogs by 3 horses. It will be 5 times 3 plus h plus another h. This will be 15 plus 5h plus h, which is 15 plus 6h. Okay, so let's see which number fits this equation. Can we consider the total number is 28, because this is the total number? Can it be 25? Let me see. If you solve this equation, you'll get h in decimal, because 25 take away 15, it will be 10 divided by 6, it will be decimal. The number of horses cannot be decimal. If you also try it with 26, also you will get decimal. The only number that fits this equation is 27, because if you put here 27, oh sorry, If you put 27, it will fit the equation. Why? Because 27, if you take the 15 to the other side, will be 12. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. This is whole numbers. So this is logic. So the only number is 27. Number 15. If x different than -1, 0 and 1, which of the following is equivalent to this expression? This is fraction expression. Means I want to simplify this equation. It will be x over. How can you simplify this? You have to get common denominator here. To get common denominator, it will be x minus 1 times 1 plus x. And then multiply 1 plus x times 1. And multiply the x minus 1 plus 1. It will be x minus 1, which is equal to x over. According to this, you can remove the brackets. It will be 2x, only 2x, because the 1 cancel the 1, over x minus 1 times 1 plus x. Good. And then you can say that x over x equals 1 over 2. So this will be 1 over 2 over x minus 1 times 1 plus x. And also you can flip this fraction. Look at this fraction. Because something divided by a fraction, so it will be 1 times this over 2. So finally it will be x plus 1 times 1 plus x. 1 plus x means x plus 1 also, over 2. This x plus minus 1 times x plus 1, it is x squared minus 1 over 2. Because if you factorize x squared minus 1, you will get x minus 1 and x plus 1. Number 16, I have a line here. What is the equation? I can get the slope of this line. What's the slope of this line? The slope of this line is 3 over 2. What's the equation of the line D that passes through the origin and perpendicular to line K? Means you have to imagine a line here perpendicular to the line K, and try to get the equation of this line. Since this is perpendicular to this, so the slope of the new line equals -2 over 3. The negative reciprocal of the first one. And since it passes through the origin, so you have a point and slope. So you can use the point slope form to get the equation of this line. It will be y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. This is point slope form. Keep the y. The y1 is 0. This is y1. This is x1. And the m is -2 over 3. And x minus x1, which is 0. Simplify, it will be y equals -2 over 3x only. Okay, this is number 16. Let me see. Oh, something went wrong. This slope is -3 over 2. Why? Because this slope, the line is declined down, sliding down. So it should be -3 over 2. So when you flip this number, it will be 2 over 3, only 2 over 3, not -2 over 3. Okay, so keep this as 2 over 3, not negative 2 over 3. So it will be number 1. Next problem, number 17. Line M is x in xy plane passing through the 2 points. Which of the following is the slope of the line? Since the line passing through these 2 points, I can get the slope. The slope, which is m, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, means b2 minus a2 over 2b minus 2a. If you factorize, this will be b minus a times b plus a. If you factorize this, you'll get common factor, it will be b minus a. You cancel this, it will be b plus a over 2. 17b. 18. I have system of equations now. What is the solution region for the system? This is system of inequality. X minus y less than 3, and the other one y greater than negative x. Let me simplify this. It will be negative y negative x plus 3. Take the x to the other side and multiply by negative. It will be y greater than x plus 3. This line has y-intercept 3. This is, y-intercept 3. Okay, if you multiply by negative, this will be also negative. Because I multiply all the inequality by negative. So this is the y-intercept negative 3 and has slope 1 over 1, means you go up 1 and 1 to the right. So this is the line. This is this line. Since you have greater than, so you have to shade this part above the line. For this one, y greater than negative x, the equation of this line equals 1 over 1. 1 over 1 means it has a y-intercept 0 and slope 1 over 1, or means this is the line I want. Since it's greater, means you have to take the part which is above the line and shade it. Where is the intersection region? It is region 2. This is the solution of this system of inequalities. Last one in this video. Number 19. I have system of equation. In the system of equations above, a and b are constants if the system has one solution. Which of the following could be the value of a? One solution means the x and y, it's either have the same number or a multiple. A multiple like what? Like when I say 2x plus 3y equals 5, and if multiplied by 5, multiplied by 5, so it will be 10x plus 15y equals, let's say, 24. This is parallel lines, okay, because they have the same slope. If you get the slope here, it will be the same slope. Right. If you have 2x plus 3y equals 5, and this is 10x plus, so this will be parallel line, means no solution here. And this will be 15y, and this also, if you multiply it by 5, it will be 25. So all the numbers are multiplied, so it will be the same line, so infinite numbers of solution. Why? Because everything is multiplied by 5. But here you have only the x and y. This is the second case. The third case, which is the two lines are totally different, like 2x plus 3y equals 5, and 5x plus 7y equals, let's say, 16. They are not multiplied by anything, whether the x or the y or anything. So this is different, so they are one solution. Let's see about the system. X 3y equals b. But let me simplify this. If you multiply all by 2, it will be 2x plus 6y equals b. Compare between this equation and this equation. This is 2, this is 4, and this is 6, and this is 4a, and this is b, and this is 20. To get one solution, look here at number D. If a equals 10 and b equals 3, a equals 10 and b equals 3. This is 3 and this is 10. What will be the form of the equation? It will be 2x plus 6y equals 3, and the other one will be 4x plus 6 times 10, 4 times 10, 40y equals 20. Look here, 2, 4, 6, 40. There is no relation between this and this, because if you multiply this by 2, you will get 4, but the 6 to get it 40, nothing, and also the 3 and the 20 are different, so it is from this type. Means one solution if you have a equals 10 and b equals 3. Now I came to the end of my session. Don't forget to check the description file to get the solutions. Thank you.